Hey my dudes, my name is Cecilia and welcome to my kitchen here in Stockholm, Sweden. Today is the 6th day of 12 Days of Christmas 2023 and we are making mandelmusslor. Mandelmusslor translates directly into almond mussels, the seafood, not the bodily tissue. These can also be called mandelformar, and that translates into almond shapes or almond forms. They are, as the name suggests, flavored with almond and lightly sweet and kind of have like a shortbread-like texture. And they are so delicious. Let's go make them. Into a bowl, break up 50 grams of almond paste into small pieces. Start adding 240 grams of butter. Add about 1 tablespoon of butter and mix together until all the butter is incorporated and the almond paste has become smooth. Add another tablespoon of butter and again mix until smooth. Add 1 last tablespoon of butter, mix it up, and then you can add the rest of the butter. Once well incorporated, mix in 100 grams of brown sugar. Throw in 300 grams of flour, 5 grams of salt, and 50 grams of finely chopped toasted almonds. Gently mix together until a dough starts to form. My bowl was a little small to get all the dough to come together, so I popped it on the counter and gently kneaded it until there were no more streaks of flour or dry spots. An essential part of these cookies is that they are baked off in these little molds. These are little fluted tart molds, mazarin molds, whatever you want to call them. And this is like the shape of mandelmusslor. These molds are super common in Sweden. You can buy them like at your local grocery store. This box of molds was given to me by my Swedish grandmother, so that's why I have this whole collection. Now, if you don't want to go out and buy specialized molds just for these cookies, you can just use a normal size muffin tin, and you can check out this video here that I made for my cranberry orange thumbprint cookies. Follow those instructions for using a muffin tin instead of these molds. Another key to these is that you want to butter these shells quite generously. So I just have some softened butter, and you really just want to go for it in there, because there is nothing sadder in the world. Well, that's not true, that's an exaggeration. It's incredibly sad when you've done all these work for these cookies and you go to knock them out and then they're stuck. Once all your forms are battered, then you just want to scale out your dough, and we want pieces that are between 25 and 30 grams, and you don't need to round it into a ball, you just schwunk. Once all your molds are filled with dough, begin shaping by pressing the dough into the mold and up the sides. You want an even layer of dough on the bottom and into each and every flute. Make sure your edges are not too thin so they don't burn. One of my favorite things about these cookies is that like the dough doesn't need to be refrigerated, it doesn't need to be rested, they're gonna go straight into the oven. With that being said, if you wanted to pause at this point, you wanna bake them off tomorrow, great, throw them in the fridge. You wanna bake them off in a month, great. Throw them in the freezer, let them freeze solid, and then they can just stack on top of each other. And then when you go to bake them off, you can just throw them straight into the oven. You don't need to defrost them or let them come up to room temperature or anything. They are super easy. But I want to bake them off right now. So into the oven, they go at 375 degrees Fahrenheit. So in theory, they should just come right out. There we go. This is why we butter heavily. So perfect. You can, of course, just eat these how they are, but that's not how they're traditionally served, and I'm here to show you how they're traditionally served. So, how they're traditionally served is with softly whipped cream and some jam. Now, I am using cloudberry jam. This is so Swedish and very common with this, but of course, raspberry jam is going to work just as well. Basically any type of jam that you like, but if you really want these to be like top tier, then you get cloudberry. I'm pretty sure IKEA had or has cloudberry jam in their little like Swedish food market thing. I feel like I remember that. And very lightly whipped cream. We don't want a stiff whipped cream. Oh goodness. We don't want a stiff whipped cream at all. Oh my gosh. This is like, this just has such a specific smell and taste. I love it. Oh my God. These are so insanely good. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked today's video, then please like, comment, and subscribe. I hope that you have a good day and that I'll see you around next time. Hej då!
Get this recipe and 23 more Swedish Christmas classics in my latest ebook, 24 Days of Christmas, available for purchase on my website now.